1970, we sure we did the forefront. Knowledge for selfish, for sure we did the work. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Work hard and we shine, commitment, dedication. Neurosurgery, comedy, music, Nollywood. SOTK, Dr. Call, MC Casino. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Great UNIBEN, great UNIBEN, great UNIBEN, great UNIBEN.
Welcome to another episode of the Uniben Alumni series. I'm Kevin Omokao, I'm the host of the show. And on today's episode, we have a great man when it comes to alumni matters from the University of Benin. He's a former president worldwide of the University of Benin Alumni Association. And he's a significant figure in the alumni business of the University of Benin. He's Engineer Clement Oghene, PhD. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I will start from the very beginning. Your bachelor in engineering from our university. Yes, engineering till now is still a very lucrative course. But as at then, what prompted you to study engineering? What was the motivation behind you studying engineering at the University of Benin?
Yeah, thank you. Those days, we didn't have these access to guidance and counseling. It was usually prompted by the environment.
Yeah.
I was in the midst of some of my friends, and I was informed that somebody owned about 50 bungalows or thereabouts. One engineer Awerioba.
Oh, Awerioba Estate.
Eh?
I said Awerioba Estate.
Yes.
Okay.
And I asked them, what course did this man study? That he will now be able to achieve this. He said the man is civil engineering. That was enough motivation for me. Yes. I did meet him. He was virtually my mentor, my model. And I was determined to read civil engineering. And I went to apply for JAM. And my name came out in the Daily Times that I was admitted to the great University of Benin.
Okay, how was it feeling like? You just mentioned it was published on one of the Daily Times as at then, unlike what is obtainable now, where you can check from the comforts of your home through your phone. But this time around, yours was published on a newspaper. How was it feeling like when you saw your name on it and said, "Oh, you've gotten admission to study at the University of Benin"? And the University of Benin was just a few years in existence then. I think that was in the late 70s or early 80s.
Late 70s,
okay.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yes. University of Benin, though it was a few years old, but as at then, it has started carving its niche and then proving its mettle in the field of technology and engineering. Little wonder, for so many years, over 25 years, UNIBEN remained on top when it comes to going to present technical papers at the national level. Other universities to second stage. It was UNIBEN and all other universities when it comes to engineering.
Okay. Sir, let's talk about your time as a student, as an engineering student.
Yes.
I like to engage, especially those of you that were there at the early stage. How was the university campus like? We've heard a lot of things. I've had a lot of guests, especially from that era. They talk about the beautification around the campus, the serene environment, the cosmopolitan nature of our university. Then when we had lecturers, we had students from all parts of the world, and the comfort for students then, especially in the halls of residence, how it was 2 per room initial stage before it was moved to 4. How was it like during your own time, sir?
Yes, if you ask me sincerely, the university life was more organized. My word, better refined. You can imagine, I was admitted, went to complete my forms, I registered, and I was just told, go to a place, you sign, they will give you meal ticket, free of charge. Meal ticket. When you go to the dining, you tier 1. There was nothing to harass you or to intimidate you about all this. We had chicken then every Wednesday and Sunday. Wednesday is a chicken with a goosey and a bar, and it was half chicken.
Sure.
So if you ask me, we were pampered. People were pampered to study. So the dependence then, on survivor was more aligned and attuned to the government. But now it is OYO. You are on your own. So yes, you know, then with 45,000 naira, I could survive for 3 months. With change, I buy trousers and so on. It was a beauty to watch, and we were happy in the midst of poverty.
Okay, sir. What are those memorable times you could look back? I'm talking about the late 70s, early 80s, and you could look back about look at some activities that went on in the university campus then, and it was fun, it was memorable for you. What are those activities you could recall?
Yeah, those days you could bring in celebrities to campus. Late Fela came to play. The Third Ward, they came to play. So many others, and we just go to the 500 lecture theater, LT. You see all of us there. Sometimes at the stadium, everybody. It was one united voice. Nothing like courtesan. Nothing. It was beauty. This shooting one another was not there in our era. Everybody, you know, you could recognize somebody, maybe because of the population. You knew where everybody belonged to: Faculty of Social Sciences, Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Arts, and so on. It was just one family.
Okay. So it's so fortunate that if we can say maybe the numbers, the growing population has made some of us to miss out on those beautiful times that your era witnessed. But hopefully, we hope that the university becomes more peaceful and more accommodating for everybody. So moving forward, what can you say the institution taught you outside your certification, outside your BEng? What are those attributes you took from the University of Benin?
First, I must tell you, Uniben Endowed in me uncommon Canny confidence. And that is the first trait you will see of a typical Uniben product. We discharge, we carry this uncommon Canny confidence. When you see a typical Uniben product in the midst of other universities, you don't need to belabor issues. The carriage, the comportment, the confidence will declare that this person is from no other university than the University of Benin, where our motto is knowledge for service. So we have gone there to acquire the knowledge. It's time to serve the society.
Yes, I quite agree with you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's deviate a bit from the University of Benin, sir.
Yes.
Sir, your first degree from engineering, you went ahead to have the MBA, then later your PhD in marketing.
Yes.
What influenced that? What motivated that, sir?
Thank you. Thank you. Initially, my foray was into the private sector. I worked, I graduated in 1984, and after about after some years, 6 years precisely, I decided to move into the public sector, and then the dynamics are different. The emphasis, the language for in the public sector and the private sector, they are different. Whereas one we focus mainly on the diplomacy. One is all about production, so there's no emphasis on processes. Yes, what drives the private sector and what drives the public sector, they are different. So when I came into the public sector, I found out that the dynamics and the emphasis, they were different.
Yeah.
I worked there briefly, and then, of course, by my training as an engineer, where we could be mechanistic in our reasoning. 1 + 1 is 2, and 2 + 2 is 4. There's nothing that will tell you that 2 + 2 is 3.9. No, we don't take it. Engineering is an exact science.
Yeah.
So I was applying those techniques in managing human beings. Yes, that if I say go and do A, you don't do it, then what you see in me is a bully, because I cannot take a no for an answer. This thing has to be so. So one of my cousins came to my office one day, and he saw the way I was bullying my staff. You know, so he came and said, "My friend, these are human beings." I said, "What do you mean? These are I cannot." He said, "No, you need an MBA." He said, "Forget the part we are going back to have your MSc or PhD in engineering. You need an MBA to come and learn how to manage human beings." It's okay. He said, "Go and get your MBA, and probably from there come back to your engineering." So that was my motivation to go and read, to go and study the MBA. And of course, you do not change a winning formula. I went back to yes, I went back to the University of Benin. Then I now veered from the services sector, and now went into the academics. So from there, I'm sure maybe if you go to the record, I did very well in my MBA. Of course, I had more than the minimum BA average, and then I went to study marketing because I was in the marketing department in the Petroleum Training Institute, and in a bid to contribute my quota, I decided to go and study marketing with late Professor Ezra Bangboye as my supervisor. So I would say I was lucky. The cream, it is like cream of experts then in the business department. Late Dimowo, late Iyayi, late Agboinfo, Professor Bob Osaze, the first professor of the department, Akerele, it was something else. It was a compact team that if you want the best, that was the best. So one of the first professor of quantity analysis in Africa, Professor Agbadudu, he was there too. So I would say I counted myself lucky to have been tutored by these great academicians, scholars.
Okay, sir. So let's talk about your venture into hospitality. You are the chief executive officer of
Cletano
Cletalo
Hotel and Suites.
and Suites. Yes, sir. How did you get into hospitality business, hospitality sector, and why hospitality sector?
I partially have answered the question, but I would emphasize it. Marketing is is customer centric.
Yeah.
It's all about satisfying the customer. So with my background in marketing, so I just decided that what area of the economy will I delve into that will be centered on customer satisfaction. So I decided to look at the hospitality industry and say, okay, let me carve a niche for myself. Our hotel, if I must tell you, is the only hotel within the locality that has a suspended swimming pool. You can access the swimming pool directly from your room. I was able to do that because of my background as a civil. Yes. So the risk element there was therefore minimized.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Let's talk about your time as worldwide president of our association. You were the president worldwide from 2010 to 2014, if I'm correct, sir.
Very correct.
Yes, sir. You engage in a lot of programs and activities that affected members and also the university community. In your own assessment, sir, what can you say was the most impactful program you embarked on as worldwide president of our association?
If you ask me candidly, my tenure as president worldwide was to impact not only on the university community, but on the society, to give every alumni his pride of place. What do I mean by its pride of place? You'll be proud to call yourself an alumnus. When I came in 2010, we had a subsisting project that that virtually became a nightmare. The 1,000 lecture theater. I gave my words that I was going to handle it, and that I will hand over that project during my tenure. I did that. The foray into the diaspora sector during my tenure, the UK branch was established with Dr. Oswa as the pioneer chairman. On March 26, 2011, precisely, I think so. Then I went further to also establish University of Benin Alumni Association, Canada, UBACAN, with Engineer Sedafe as the first chairman. And I ensured that throughout my tenure, there was a need to consolidate the UBANA, University of Benin Alumni Association,
North America.
North America. So I would say that aside the shores of Nigeria, gave the alumni strong footing. Little wonder University of Benin Alumni Association was regarded as the foremost alumni association in sub-Saharan Africa during my tenure. The issue of identity, which today we proudly adorn, the muffler.
Yes.
The muffler was introduced during my tenure. We had little or no admin structure, probably because of my PhD in business, with the likes of Igumbo and Abu. We put in place a formidable alumni structure, workable, well-defined. And during my tenure, to also give the office of the president the pride it deserves, we bought an SUV, a new one, here for the office of the president. Anytime you get to the alumni center, that Kia SUV was placed there. We were able to do all this because of the confidence people like you and the teaming alumni worldwide across every divide reposed in us. We did not fail them. I didn't wonder when I was handing over, interest to succeed me was there. And this has been why when you said I have been a voice, yes, because when you sow a seed, you want to see that seed germinate. You will not put in effort and sow a seed and go and sleep and want that seed to wither away. This is why possibly maybe I've been around for quite some time.
Okay, thank you, sir. Lastly, just a bit of advice as former president worldwide.
Yes.
We have a new leadership headed by Barrister Oyazua. What is that advice you like to give to them publicly in order for our association to grow and promote the activities of the association, and also for the members? What advice you have for members? I know before now we echoed participation from members. Right now, like you said, during your time, the establishment of the association branch in UK and Canada. Now we have the Alumni Association in almost every part of the world right now. What is your advice for those people that graduated from the university who are not members of the association? What do you have to say to them, sir?
Yeah, thank you. First thing, going back now to marketing, we need to sensitize ourselves. Many of us believe that you don't have anything to benefit from the session. That is not true. It is out of ignorance, born out of sheer ignorance. But if we sensitize ourselves, and then we have a transparent program that will engender trust, because we were able to achieve what we achieved during that 4 years because they saw that our programs, they were people-centered. For instance, now some of the programs so far by the incumbent president worldwide, they are commendable. One key thing, which I think is also doing, and it should sustain it. Consult widely. Because when you consult, mainly from people who have steered the ship before you, hardly you will fail. But when you just believe that you know it all, and because you are the person in the saddle, when the time comes, you may likely carry the brunt by yourself. But the person there now consults. He consults widely, and then you will get your desired results. So I think my advice is that they should consult widely. Look at the books. Look at what is there, so that we all can be on the same page, on the same chapter, on the same paragraph, and on the same line.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, I've been speaking with Engineer Clement Oghene. He is a former president worldwide of the University of Benin Alumni Association, and also is the chief executive officer of Cletalo Hotels and Suites. Subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you more exclusive interviews of Uniben alumni. Bye for now.
1972, we sure we did the forefront. Knowledge for service, for sure we did the work. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law.